Good morning. This is Professor Asif Iqbal. So in this session, we are going to discuss the power conversion efficiency of Class B amplifier. As we were discussing in previous session about a Class B amplifier, where we discussed the operation of Class B amplifier and its transfer characteristics. So we will continue the discussion of Class B amplifier. So today we are discussing the power conversion efficiency of Class B amplifier. So since we know that the power conversion efficiency eta, right, eta which is given here, eta is equal to load power PL divided by supply power PS, which we discussed in a Class A amplifier already in a previous sessions. So eta is equal to load power PL divided by supply power PS, right? So here the load power, the average load power will be given here. PL is equal to V0 square divided by RL, right? Here we are neglecting the crossover distortion. We are not considering that, and we are considering the V0 is our peak amplitude. By considering the V0 is our peak amplitude, the load power, which is half of V0 square divided by RL. This is by taking RMS value of V0 and squaring it, right? Then you dividing this by the RL, you will get this half of V0 square by 2 by RL, right? Okay. So next is the supply power. See, to get the supply power, right, the current drawn from the supply will consisting of half sine wave of a peak amplitude V0 by RL. We are drawing the current, how much from the supply is V0 by RL, right? So that is V0 is the peak amplitude, right, for the half sine wave it is. Thus the average current drawn, right, for the two power supply will be V0, two power supplies will be V0 by pi into RL. V0 by pi into RL means for each power supply, right, the current drawn is V0 by pi RL. See, V0 by RL is a current, right? The current, the average of current we are taking here, right? So means average of current means for one power supply it is giving a current for a current of half cycle, the current of half cycle. So here so if you will see in the digital board it is, so if you will go to the digital board, you'll see here so here see, the I is the current which is flowing for a half cycle is V0 by RL. Assume that the I is the current which is flowing for that is for a half cycle. For a half cycle it is for half cycle. So one supply here plus VCC or minus VCC will give you this much of current, this much of current. So this is much of current means for the period of pi, it will give for the period of pi. So therefore the average current for this period of pi given by the one supply is I by pi, so which is nothing but V0 by, right, pi into RL, okay, which is nothing but V0 by pi into RL. So therefore for one supply you will get current of this much, right? So average current of this much, right? So therefore PS plus means the power supply plus means by VCC will give you this current, will give you this current into into VCC is a total power, right? The one power supply, say plus VCC, will give you this much current and this much voltage VCC. So VCC into this current is the total supply power by one power supply. So here you can see from the VCC, if you take from the VCC, right, from the VCC, so power drawn from the one power supply is I into VCC. Here I is V0, right, by pi RL into VCC, right? So similarly, same from minus VCC, it is I into minus VCC. Will take the magnitude here, not negative we are not taking here, so magnitude as a VCC only. So therefore, so for from the negative power supply also it is, right, it is 1 by pi into V0 by RL into VCC, or we can say V0 by pi RL into VCC. So therefore total supply power is one from the positive VCC, another from the negative VCC. Total is a total PS 2 times of this, one for positive, another for negative. So 2 into V0 by pi RL into VCC, right? This is the supply power. So now to find out the efficiency eta, which is equal to load power divided by supply power. So load power is given this half of V0 square by RL, and supply power is this. So you substitute, this is load power PL divided by the supply power this PL by PS. Then here V0, one V0 get cancel here, RL get cancel, right? And 2, this 2 will go down, 2 into 2 it will become 4. See V0, one V0 get cancel, another V0 is remain here V0, right? This 2 will go down, so 2 into 2 it will be 4 here, right? And pi is as it is, and RL get cancel, and VCC which is in a denominator remains the same. So therefore eta efficiency is equal to pi into V0 divided by 4 VCC. So to find out the maximum efficiency, we know that the maximum V0 we will get is a VCC, not more than that. Maximum V0 is VCC. So therefore we equate V0 as a VCC here. V0 as a VCC. When you equate V0 as a VCC get cancelled. Pi by 4 is a maximum efficiency, which is equal to 78.5%. Right. So clearly you can see here in a class A amplifier you have efficiency of 25%, whereas in the class B amplifier you have maximum efficiency is 78.5%. So therefore class B amplifier is having good efficiency as compared to class A amplifier. So therefore class B amplifier we are using for most of the application a class B amplifier only. But the thing is here, class B amplifier requires 2 power stages to amplify, one for positive half cycle, another for negative half cycle, right? So here see the one more formula we are getting, it is a maximum load power. So maximum load power you can achieve when V0 is equal to VCC is the maximum output voltage you will get. So maximum load power, the load power, the PL is half of V0 square by RL, the load power. When it will become maximum, this load power, when V0 is the maximum voltage VCC. So therefore half of, you substitute V0 in place of VCC to get the maximum load power PL equal to half of VCC square divided by RL. So half of VCC square divided by RL is PL. Okay, the next topic of discussion in a class B amplifier is power dissipation. That is power dissipation of class B amplifier. So as we already know that the power dissipation is nothing but a supply power minus a load power. That is, when the load power is subtracted from the supply power, we will get how much the power dissipation takes place within the circuit. So therefore here the equation for PS we derived already, right? And there is 2 into V0 divided by pi RL into VCC, and also equation for load we already derived, which is equal to half of V0 square by RL. Both PL and PS derived equation value we substitute here, right? That will give you our power dissipation PD. PD is here equal to 2 into V0 divided by pi RL into VCC minus half of V0 squared by RL. So to calculate the maximum power dissipation, right? To calculate the maximum power dissipation, we need to differentiate this equation with respect to V0 and equating that derivative to 0, right? Equating that derivative to 0 means equate this is equal to 0 and then you differentiate this with respect to V0. So if you differentiate this, you will get the V0 here, right? V0 is equal to 2 pi VCC, which is the V0 at a maximum power dissipation. V0 at the maximum power dissipation. So we will see this in our digital board. So here so let's we see, right here okay. So what you see, the PD is given to V0 by pi RL into VCC minus half of V0 square by RL, which we equating 0. So then you differentiate this. If you differentiate V0 with respect to V0 here, V0 become 1 and remaining all are constant. So therefore here 2 VCC pi RL in this term you will get in this term. So since it is V0 square, so 2 into V0 you will get 2 get cancel. So you will get V0 by RL in this term after differentiating, which is equating with equal to 0. So then we are getting the value for V0 here. So take V0 this side, which is give you 2 VCC by pi RL into equal to V0 by RL. Hence the V0 is equal to 2 VCC by pi, right? 2 VCC by pi. So once see this is, we will get a V0 which will give you the output voltage V0 way at maximum power dissipation. So therefore this V0 value you equate in this equation to get the maximum power dissipation. Then you substitute this 2 pi VCC into V0 here, right? So which will give you the maximum power dissipation PD max is equal to 2 VCC by VCC square by pi square RL, right? Pi square RL. So that you can find out here further. You can see. So here we are substituting V0 as a 2 VCC by pi, right, in a PD. So here also we substituting V0 square as a 2 VCC by pi whole square. So here you can see VCC multiplied will give you VCC square, right, and pi which is come down here in the numerator, pi become pi square, pi become pi square. RL is as it is, right, and 2 into 2 will be 4. So 4 VCC by square by pi square into RL minus, right. So this squaring 2 is 2 into 2 become 4, right. So 4 get cancelled, which will give you 2, and VCC squaring is VCC square, pi is squaring pi square, and the pi square will be come down here, right, which is pi square here. Okay, it is pi square. Okay, so now you can see here 2 VCC square by pi square RL we are taking common from these two term. So if you take this the common from these two term, right, 2 VCC square by pi into RL, the inside bracket which it will remain 2 minus 1, 2 minus 1 will be 1, so therefore PD is equal to 2 VCC square by pi into RL, that we shown here, right. So therefore this is the PD max, right. So here the maximum power dissipation for both the transistor. So therefore each transistor, each transistor Q1 and transistor QP have their same part in a power dissipation. So therefore power dissipation for maximum power dissipation for transistor Q1 and QP, which is PDN max and P max, is equal. So this divided by 2, is a PDN max, which is also equal to P max VCC square by pi square RL, means half of the contribution from transistor QP, half of the contribution for power dissipation from transistor QN. So therefore total power dissipation from both the transistor is 2 VCC square by pi square RL. So therefore when there is a maximum power dissipation, right, so our efficiency is 50%, because if you equate this output voltage, see this is output voltage when there is a maximum power dissipation. This output voltage V0 when there is a maximum power dissipation, when you equate in the equation of efficiency V0, you replace here 2 by pi into VCC. See here 2 by pi into VCC, right. Here the pi get cancelled, and 2 into 2 and 4 will become 1 by 4, and VCC get cancelled. So 2 divided by 4 become 1 by 2. VCC is get cancelled. So therefore eta is equal to 1 by 2 you will get, right. If you equate, right, right, you can say if you equate, right, in a efficiency equation, which is 1 by 4 into V0 by VCC, we are equating V0 which is at PD max, right, 1 by 4 V0 we equating at PD max is equal to 2 by pi into VCC, which is divided by VCC get cancelled. 1 pi is there here, right, in the equation. Pi is here in the equation. We have a pi here, right, pi here, this pi get cancelled, this VCC get cancelled, then 2 by 4 is remain, 2 by 4 is 1 by 2, hence the efficiency is 0.5, right. So percentage of efficiency is 50%. So therefore when PD max is there, maximum power dissipation is there, then the 50% of efficiency will be there, right. Okay, so that right, we'll see this in figure 11.8, which shows the power dissipation versus peak output voltage curve. See here the 11.5 curve shows the graph between output voltage to the power dissipation. It is clearly shown that when V0 is equal to 2 VCC by pi, then the power dissipation is maximum here and efficiency is 50% here. Efficiency is 50%. Whereas when output voltage V0 is VCC, right, which is the maximum output voltage we can get, right, then the efficiency eta is equal to 78.5% and the dissipation is reduced here. Very interesting fact you can see here after maximum power dissipation, right. So if the output voltage is increased, the power dissipation is slowly getting reduced, right. So let's we have design here one problem here. It is required to design the class B output stage deliver power 20 watt, that is load power, to a 8 ohm load which is RL. The power supply is selected such that VCC is about 5 volt greater than the peak output voltage, means V0 is greater than 5 volt of VCC, that is VCC is V0 plus 5, and this avoids the transistor saturation and associated linear distortion, allows for including a short circuit protection circuitry. Determining the supply voltage require the peak current drawn from each supply, the total supply power and power conversion efficiency. Also determine the maximum power that each transistor must be able to dissipate safely. So you need to calculate the peak current drawn from each supply, the total supply power and power conversion efficiency, right? So let's we first know what is output voltage V0 here. So output voltage, so PL, you know, the load power is equal to half of V0 square RL. We derived this formula. So we need to find out what is V0 here. PL is given, which is 20 watt. RL is given, which is 8 ohm, right? Both you substitute here. First you get the formula for the V0, which is equal to root of 2 into PL RL from this equation. So PL is 20 watt, RL is 8 ohm. So therefore V0 you will get 17.9, which is approximately 18, right? Then we select the VCC, which is 5 volt greater than the V0. So the V0 is approximately 18 plus 5, so VCC is 23 volt. So we'll select here. Then we calculate the I0 here. I0 is V0 by RL, which is 2.424 amp, right? So power supply, supply power, we know that the supply power is, right? Supply power is what? Supply power formula is V0 by V0 into VCC divided by pi into RL. So pi V0 by RL we already calculated here, which is 2.24 we use here. Actually it is pi by, it is V0 by pi, sorry, V0 by RL, it is V0 by RL, which is I0. We calculated this V0 by RL, right? V0 by RL you substitute 2.24, otherwise you substitute value of V0 separately, RL separately, VCC 23, pi this one. So then you get the power supply voltage 16.4 watt. You use this formula PS. So power supply for each this one we calculated here, PS, right? Half of V0 by RL into VCC. V0 by RL we calculated there. So 2.24, which you equate the V0, which is 18, RL is 8, right? VCC is V0 is 17.9, VCC is 23, RL is 8, and pi value substitute. You calculate the supply power for each transistor, right? Then we know the eta, the efficiency, PL by PS. So you calculated PL is given 20 watt, and PS you calculate. See, the total power supply is the sum of individual power supply. The individual power supply is 16.4 for VCC, and for minus VCC it is also 16.4. So both if you added, it is a 32.8 total supply power. So which you multiplied by 100, you will get a efficiency 61%. The maximum power dissipation for individual transistor is given PDN max, P max is VCC square by pi square RL. So a substitute value of VCC square pi RL is also given. Then it is a 6.7 watt for individual power dissipation. If you multiply this by 2, which is total power dissipation. So we'll continue with one more topic in an output stage amplifier. Till then, take care. Bye.